When a lot of people think about corporate aviation, they think about large corporations that utilize large jets. But there's a lot of smaller businesses who benefit by owning their own aircraft. In this presentation, I'm going to let you know about a company that's very close to me, Nagel Companies by Jonathan Nagel. So I spent many years in and out of manufacturing and did a small stint in the military. Most of my background comes from engineering. About a year and a half ago, my brother called me and asked me if I would come give him a hand with a company that he had started a few years prior. Now the company's been up for 7 years. It is a directional boring and underground utilities company that utilizes a lot of different equipment, but business for that in Minnesota gets tricky in the wintertime. Ground is frozen and it's pretty difficult to run the equipment in the ground. He does have at times up to a dozen employees that rely on him and his business to put food on their table as well. So it was with that mindset that my brother, who had already been a private pilot for about 15 years, set out and purchased an aircraft knowing that he was going to be moving around the country and looking to move personnel to make his job not only more efficient for the business itself, but also better for the employees. And it was with that mindset that he set out and purchased November 79er Papa X-Ray. Was actually purchased from a mentor of his that kind of guided him into the business as he first started. That individual owns several different aircraft, including a Citation and a King Air, much larger business. But this year has served Nagel Companies well over the last several years. First couple of years, my brother was the pilot and owner. For the last 2 years, I've had the privilege of putting on almost 100 hours on this bird, getting employees back home to visit their families. This particular picture was taken on the ramp at Memphis International Airport. Icing conditions in the upper Midwest prohibited us from being able to fly back over that weekend. But we were able to pick up some cheaper flights on a commercial flight coming back out of Memphis. So from central Mississippi, we traveled north on the Cherokee 6, landed at Memphis, and was able to hop on a commercial flight back home. And if it wasn't for this plane, those employees wouldn't have been able to come home for the long weekend. So as you can see, a corporate aircraft or corporate aviation isn't just strictly large corporations and big jets, but small aircraft as well can serve smaller businesses as well by providing them with a valuable tool to not only help the business, but in this case, the employees as well.